You ever wake up from a dream that felt just a little too real, and then hear someone else describe the exact same thing? Yeah. You're going to want to sit down for this one. Here are the top 10 unsettling dreams that recur across cultures. Let's open up the files. Let's start with one of the most common and somehow still terrifying ones. Your teeth falling out. Maybe they crumble into dust. Maybe they drop into your hands like dry leaves. Either way, it's happening. What's wild is just how universal this is. People from literally every continent, different languages, beliefs, cultures, all report the same dream. Some researchers link it to anxiety about control or aging. But older texts from ancient Greece to traditional Chinese writings treat it as an omen, often a bad one. In some folk traditions, it even signals the death of someone close. And yeah, that's not exactly the best bedtime story. But here's the weirdest part. People often report intense physical sensations in these dreams, like actual pain. So the question is, why does the brain take this dream so seriously? And why does everyone seem vulnerable to it? You're walking through a house, or maybe a building you've never seen before. At first it feels normal, even familiar. But then the halls start stretching. Doors loop back to where you came from. You keep turning corners but can't find an exit. This is the endless maze dream, and it's common across age and geography. It's been documented in Indigenous Australian stories, rural Appalachian folklore, and even Eastern European dream interpretation books. Some link it to the subconscious trying to work out unsolvable problems, but others, well, they whisper about dream traps, spaces you get stuck in whenever your consciousness disconnects too deep. You ever hear the term liminal space? This is it. And when people have this dream more than once, some say rooms start remembering you. Imagine standing on a shore. The city behind you is ancient but familiar, like you've lived there forever. Then, it begins sinking. Not just a building, the whole place. You run, but the water rises like it's alive. This is the drowning city dream. And what's most bizarre is how consistent the locations are. Ruined white buildings, curved archways, submerging statues. People from vastly different regions dream of the same architecture, the same flood. And many wake up gasping for breath. Folklore from coastal Peru to Iceland talks about dreamers seeing lost cities, perhaps even Atlantis. And in Tibetan Buddhist texts, water dreams signal illusions or impermanence. So are we dreaming up our fears or remembering something long buried? There's a man or a woman or something in between. But here's the deal. They don't move. They just watch you. You can't reach them. They don't speak. Over the years, thousands have reported this silent dream observer. And the weirdest part? So many people describe the same face, same clothing, same non-expression. Psychologists have tried explaining this away as archetypes, faces your brain makes up, but others say this individual shows up at crucial moments in people's lives, before major change, after trauma, or right before death. There's even a website called Ever Dream This Man that logs appearances. And yeah, some entries go back to the 80s. Think about that the next time you dream about being watched. In this dream, the sky doesn't just get dark, it cracks. Lightning you've never seen, in colours that shouldn't exist. Sometimes people report a sharp sound, like the world splitting in half. This dream is so common in ancient cultures that it became myth. In Siberian shamanic visions, it's the moment the spirit exits the illusion. In Roman dream books, it signalled a visit from something divine or catastrophic. And then there's the modern version. People dream of looking up and seeing a sky open like a curtain. Behind it, nothing, or something watching. It's not a storm, it's an unveiling. And once you have this dream, some say you'll never quite believe the sky in the same way again. Picture this, you walk into a house you've never seen, but you know it. Every creaky stair, every flickering light. There's a room you avoid instinctively, maybe a smell you recognize instantly. The old house dream creeps into dream journals from Salem to South Korea. Psychologists think these dreams tap into deep memory, maybe even inherited memory. But in mystic traditions, houses represent the self, which means this dream is your mind walking through you. Some even believe the unknown room is a sealed-off memory, a real one. Whether that's metaphor or something else depends on how long you've been having these dreams, because they tend to come back, louder each time. You're walking, maybe on a sidewalk, a trail, a floor, and then it gives out. Not all at once, just slowly, like quicksand or soft earth turning to liquid. This dream shows up in cultures with no shared geography. In Africa, it's sometimes linked to witchcraft. In Europe, failure. But in Native American vision quests, sinking dreams were invitations into the spirit world. Psychologists say it's about lacking stability. But tell that to the people who've had it 10, 20 times, with the same detail, same moment of clawing at ground that just melts. Some say dreams like this are messages from the body. Others think something is trying to pull us under. This one is deceptively simple. You're in front of a door. You need to get through it. But it won't open. No matter how hard you try, it's locked, jammed, vanished. Sometimes you know what's behind it, and that's what scares you. Across cultures, this dream equates to about the same thing. Repressed emotion, hidden knowledge, choices we avoid. But what if the door isn't symbolic? What if it's real? One dream researcher once explained it like this: the brain might actually store specific memories behind locked doors in dreams, like a firewall. Some even practice lucid dreaming just to break those locks. Few do it twice. The second time, the door tends to open itself. Sleep paralysis by itself is creepy. You can't move, can't speak, and usually there's something in the room with you. But what if I told you nearly every culture describes a man-shaped figure that comes with it? Tall, silent, wearing a hat. Every country has their version. The shadow man, the night visitor, the old hag. Don't love that name, TBH. But the figure is somehow the same. In Inuit culture, it's known as ukumangirnik. In Japan, the kanashibari. It changes slightly, but always waits. Scientists say it's your brain inventing something to explain paralysis, but some traditions say it's not something invented, it's something remembered. You weren't dreaming. You saw it, and it saw you. Let's end with the big one. The apocalypse dream. You know it, the world ends, maybe in fire, maybe in ice. Maybe you're just watching it from orbit. No two versions are exactly the same, but some features always repeat. Red skies, silence just before, a suddenness that feels almost familiar. Religions interpret this as prophecy. Psychology says it's transformation buried in metaphor. But these dreams spike during global events. Wars, pandemics, collapses. Some theorists call them collective warnings, a shared stress signal, like nature herself sending up a flare through us. Or maybe, just maybe, we've seen this before, and we buried it the only place it couldn't be taken away, our dreams. Whether any of these are psychic warnings or just your brain doing weird overnight filing, we may never know. But what's clear is this: we're not dreaming alone. If you found this fascinating, mysterious, or just oddly comforting, make sure to like and subscribe, and know that we post a new deep dive every weeknight. Sleep well, and if you see that shadow again, maybe ask it what it wants. That was your dose of the unknown. See you in the next file. Subscribe for more of the unknown